You might not think it to look at her, but in her short little life, Kennedy has already beaten some very long odds. To begin with, she was born with a little-known life-threatening condition so rare, only 8 other children in the world are known to have it. S-adenosyl homocysteine hydrolase deficiency, a metabolic condition that left Kennedy unable to process protein, leaving it in her system to poison and attack her body.
We knew that there was something very terminally wrong with Kennedy. She wasn't developing appropriately. She wasn't growing appropriately. She wasn't putting weight on appropriately. So it just kind of seemed like things were either stagnant or regressing. I felt like our time with her was limited.
Eventually, Dr. Kevin Strauss, who was by then caring for Kennedy, had an idea. He proposed that since Kennedy's liver was unable to metabolize protein, perhaps a liver transplant might provide a cure. But since Kennedy's transplant was experimental, she was unlikely to receive a liver from a deceased donor. A living donor transplant was their only hope.
Initially, I had said, well, I want to be her donor, but the risk of it not taking from someone related to her was pretty great. So we decided that we needed an unrelated donor. And that was a bit overwhelming because my first thoughts were, am I going to go to the grocery store and just ask people if they would be willing to donate their liver? I didn't really know how I was going to go about that.
Like many parents of profoundly sick children, Danya had been using Facebook as means of communication and support. And so now, confronted with this new obstacle, Danya once again reached out, online.
Okay, friends. Here it is, the request of a lifetime. Is there anyone out there who would be willing to donate 25% of their liver to save Kennedy's life? I know it's a lot to ask.
Mike Thompson was an old high school acquaintance and Facebook friend of Danya's. Mike was also a firefighter with a natural inclination to get involved. And when he saw Danya's post, he knew immediately that he wanted to help.
I was excited to help somebody. I've been doing it for years. I'm a firefighter for years. But me doing this, I thought would be like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really help somebody and, let her live a life that she needs and deserves. I was aware of living donation, but I didn't know anybody that did anything like that before. I looked it up. Your liver actually is the only internal organ that will grow back. So I didn't know that, so I'm like, there's nothing that, would hold me back from that.
So on November 11th, 2014, led by Drs. Humar and Mazaregas, Mike and Kennedy went for their respective procedures at UPMC and Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh of UPMC.
The day of the surgery, I was excited. I wasn't nervous. I went in there talking to people, talking to the doctor, the surgeons, the anesthesiologist, cracking jokes. Yeah, I was excited to get it done. Real excited. My only fear is that it would get rejected. That was my only thing that I was worried about out of everything.
Mike needn't have been concerned. Dr. Strauss's hunch proved not only to be correct, it turned out to be transformative.
Since her body has been able to have protein, she is continuing to grow, her muscles are getting stronger, her central nervous system is continuing to develop, and her brain is continuing to develop. In fact, Dr. Strauss has said that her brain development since her transplant is unprecedented in medicine.
And as for Mike, he was back to his active life and demanding work in only 3 months.
I'm fine. I'm the way I was before the surgery, minus a little percentage of my liver because it grows back, and a scar. That's it. I could do everything that I did before the surgery. It's like nothing happened. Being a parent, not only a parent, just being a human being, if somebody needs help, to give them this type of help is extraordinary. I didn't expect to receive anything, A thank you would have been plenty, but to be welcomed, I could say, into a different family as a second family, it's great.
Mike is Uncle Mike. He is included in every family function that we have. And I say thank you every time I talk to him or see him, because I just feel like I'm never gonna feel like I was able to show my appreciation to him. Like, I just don't know how.